Alright, working on problem 1 in the problem set. Problem 1, case A, problem 1, case B. We have two steps we're looking at here. So for 1, we're going to calculate the area of the perimeter of a rectangle, and then part 2 is we're going to calculate the area and circumference of a circle. I noted the formulas that we'll need to be able to calculate these. So for the area, it's length times width. For the perimeter, it's twice times length plus width. Formula for the area of the circle is going to be pi times r times r. And formula for the radius, or declaration for the radius, is just going to be r. So we have three variables that were given to us that we need to declare. Float L, float W, float R. Float length is 6.792, 4.674 for the width, and for the radius, 5.278. We'll need to use those in the calculation. First, we want to declare the function of length. So length equals length times width for the formula. And we are going to use that declaration within the printed function or printed variable. So here we have the area of the rectangle, we have the length, which is calculated from above, and we're going to do very likewise for the perimeter using the formula twice times length plus width, and that calculates the perimeter. To calculate the area of the circle, we'll do pi times r, and should print to the area, and doing the same for circumference. Circumference equals pi times r, and we're going to print for the circumference. Looking and verifying that everything looks good, we run this. Results we get are 31.74, 22.93, 87.51, and 33.16 in the console for area of the rectangle, perimeter of the rectangle, and area of the circle, and circumference of the circle. Moving on to problem 2. Problem 2, what we want to do is calculate the surface area of a conductor, and we want to also calculate the volume of a conductor. Similar as to problem 1, we want to find what the formula will be for this. So we have pi times r times h for the volume. And the surface area is going to be twice pi times r times h plus twice pi times r times r. We want to define again what the value for pi is going to be. We have two values that were given, 3.3256, 6.1123 for h, and then the other is r. So we want to declare this function again. It's twice times pi times r times h plus twice times pi times r, and we are going to print using the given function and calculate what the surface area will be. For the volume, we're going to have pi times r times h, and we're going to print for the volume. Once we verified it, everything's good. We're going to run this program. Results for surface area 197.20. Results for the volume is 22.36. Finishing up with problem 3, we want to write a program that calculates the power that's been dissipated, and we want to calculate the energy consumed. So we want to determine the power formula, which was given to us, is V times I, and the energy is P times T for time. We want to define what those variables are, so we have three that are given to us. We have V, which is 12.5, I, which is 2.3, and T, time, which is 5. We want to declare the function. Function is going to be V times I versus the formula, and then we're going to print that function. Same for power, or energy, sorry. We already declared what power is, so we're going to insert that times the time, which we have, and then we're going to print to calculate the energy. So running this function, we see 28.75, 143.75, and that ends this session.